If you can't walk away from your business for 90 days without it falling apart, you don't own a business, you own a cage. And guess what? You'll never be able to sell that. This episode is about building a business with one goal in mind, a maximum exit. We're gonna show you how to create a company that doesn't just survive without you, but actually thrives without you. This isn't about working harder, it's about building smarter. We're gonna blend some of the best systems, thinking of two of the most important business philosophies, and we're gonna give you the blueprint to turn your hustle into an actual asset. And we're gonna get into it right now, in 3, in 2, in 1. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. This is Beyond the Claim. This is all about entrepreneurship, business ownership, scalability, mergers, acquisitions, public adjusting claims. Like, I've been a business owner for so freaking long now. I feel that it is my duty to give back to you guys and just give you all of the information that I have learned over the last 15, 16 years, being an entrepreneur, running businesses, systems, operations, sales, marketing, and let's go. This is gonna be for you. So I want you, before we even start this, I want you to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and download the free systems blueprint that's in the description. It's right there. What we're gonna talk about, there's a whole blueprint for you to download and you to click, and it's absolutely free. It's gonna be basically your first step to buying back your time and building your exit-ready business. Let's get right into it. I wanna start right now. So let me just give you sort of the big idea of what this episode is all about. Basically, you build a business the same way that you build a franchise or you build a product, which means it has to be repeatable, systemized, and independent of you. If your business isn't set up to be sold, it isn't really built at all. Every decision, every process, every hire must move you toward one goal in mind: to make your business so tight, to make your business so clean and so turnkey that someone else would pay top dollar to take it off of your hands. If you don't want to sell your business, that's okay too. What I'm going to teach you right here in this video is basically how to turn your business into something that you don't have to be married to, that you don't have to just be locked in all the time and just a slave to your business, because for that, just get a 9-to-5 job. This video is going to teach you how to basically build something that could just take you away. But most importantly, this is for the person that's interested in acquisition and potentially having a business that they ultimately want to cash out on. I'm going to teach you exactly how you need to structure your business so that you could build it to sell. So let's get right into it. All right, so for years, I've been in business and I was always the face. That's always been the issue, right? The face, the operator, the decision maker. Every client knew my name, every team member leaned on me, and I thought that that was actually a strength. But the truth of the matter is, it was a weakness, because it basically meant that I had zero leverage. Then I did what every builder eventually learns to do. I chose to do what I do best: building an airtight claim package. So I've been a public adjuster for 16 years, and what I decided to do is just take the process and just figure out what we were best at and what I thought would be most valuable. And to me, that was an airtight claims package as a public adjuster. So what we did is we turned that into a product. We basically stripped it down, systemized it, documented it, and built a team to run it. What happened was it became a machine, and that machine became the real value. So let me teach you how I did it and how you're supposed to do it. The first thing you want to remember is you want to productize your business. Stop being a custom shop. Stop reinventing the wheel for every client. You need one core offer delivered the same way every time. That's what buyers want: predictability, consistency. Think of your business like a product on a shelf. It should be easy to describe, easy to use, and easy to scale. Break your services down into clear packages. Define what's included, what's not, and how it's delivered. Now, for me, that meant isolating the claim package, okay? So it wasn't a custom negotiation, all right? It was a defined process. Gather the documents, the estimate, the damage, present the claim, and done. Systemize everything, or like I like to call it, McDonaldize your operations. This right here is where you build the machine. Every task in your business, from sales calls to client onboarding, service delivery, needs a system: SOPs, checklists, templates, automations, all that good stuff we talk about all the time. But everything must be documented and, more importantly, trainable. So I want you to ask yourself, if I hired someone tomorrow, could they follow a playbook and get 80% of the same result without me? That's right, just 80% will do. If the answer is no, you've got a lot of work to do. That's what McDonald's does, honestly, better than anyone else. They didn't win by making the best burger. We all know it's not the best burger. But they basically won by making the same burger the same way every freaking time. And now let's go a little bit deeper. You want to build departments after that. You want to have a marketing department that generates leads. You want to have a sales department that closes those deals. You want to have an operations department that actually delivers it. You want to have an admin department that supports it all. No one department should rely on you. Each one should run like its own cog in a well-oiled machine. Remove yourself. This is the final and hardest step. You have to fire yourself from every role in the business. That's right. Start with fulfillment, then operations, then sales. Eventually, your only job should be strategy and culture until even that gets delegated. That's right, even that will get delegated. You build a leadership team. That's the last step on the ladder, is building a leadership team. You want to empower decision makers. You want to install KPIs and dashboards so you can see the pulse of the business without actually being in it. The shift from operator to owner, from hustler to architect, this is how you create a company that runs without you and that someone else will actually want to buy. So let's recap real quick. You want to build for a maximum exit, right? So you have to stop playing operator and you have to start playing architect. The next thing is you want to productize your business. So you're going to make your offer clean, tight, and scalable. And then the last thing is you want to systemize your operations. So you're going to build a machine that delivers the same result every single time. And just to close it, let's go. Fire yourself. That's right. Remove yourself from the entire equation. Empower others to run the machine without you. This is how you create freedom, but more importantly, this is how you build a sellable asset. This is how you actually win. So I'm going to start something new this week, and I want to actually give you some homework. So this week, I want you to write down your entire service process. I want you to break it into phases. I want you to turn each phase into its own checklist. Then I want you to pick one task you still do yourself and write an SOP for it. Then I want you to train someone on it. That's how you start building the machine, guys. What you want to do is eventually build something that you can sell. If you read the book E-Myth Revisited, it's really all about building your company to sell. But it's not about that either. It's just about really systemizing your entire company. And the way you do that is just by being very detailed in the beginning, so to make sure that every single step in the process is accounted for. And what this does is, if you're a person that's not looking to sell your company, that's okay. Because like I said in the beginning, what it's going to do, it's going to free you up, like I just explained. When you are able to sort of build the system in a way with the proper people in place to take over all of these roles, and even if they only do it 80% of what you're expecting, like that's okay. That's how you need to walk away so that your company can ultimately scale. And by doing that, you'll have actually more time with your family, you'll have more time with your friends, and you'll have more time to actually do the things that really energize you. I talk about this a lot, I know, but it's just so important because I learned the hard way. I learned the hard way by, quite frankly, almost losing all of my money and actually not buying back any of my time. So it was a lose-lose for me. But because of these things that I learned throughout that entire process, and then being able to turn it around into an actual cash-flowing, profitable business, it really taught me that it's very important to make sure that, number one, you have the right people and you put them in the right place and you actually do things in a step-by-step process. Guys, if you can do this, I'm telling you, you're gonna be great. And not only will it free your time, but if you really wanna make that big exit, and you want to sell that company for multiple millions of dollars, this is your chance to do it. So I hope you enjoyed the show, guys. That's what it was all about. Really, this month, we're getting into really people who are interested in buying a business, an existing business. This month is for people who are interested in maybe selling their business. And all I want to talk about is basically acquisitions, mergers, acquisitions, and really selling your company. All right, guys, so that's what we have for the show. If you're done being a bottleneck and ready to become a builder, I want you to go into the description and I want you to grab the free systems blueprint. The free systems blueprint is basically going to give you a step-by-step process in much more detail of what I just explained on how you could actually build your company to ultimately sell it. So I want you to download it. If you're at all interested in potentially one day, maybe selling your company, you're going to want to download the free guide that's in the description. I'm telling you, it's going to go a long way so that you could actually start now, making sure that you're building out your systems the way you're supposed to, because that's it. This is the game. So I want you to like, I want you to share, but I want you to most importantly subscribe to this channel and hit the bell, because every Monday I have a guest. Every Wednesday I'm doing this solo educational show. Every Sunday I'm going live. It's just so much information that I'm telling you, you're going to get something out of it without a doubt. It's going to take you to the next level. So I want you to make sure that you follow me on social media as well, because we have clips and stuff like that we put out there. But you're going to want to follow along because what this show is going to look like this time next year is going to be on a whole other level. So make sure that you get on the train now before you miss it. And that's what we got, guys. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week. Peace out.